Hey guys, Thogden here, and welcome back to a new video, a new setup, and Sharky live with me, mate. It's a pleasure to have you on.
It's a pleasure to be on. I've always wanted to be part of the predictions, Thogden.
I got an SDS, we're going to leave that link in description, and now we're getting you on predictions. We're testing your ball knowledge.
The thing is though, like, is predictions like a test of ball knowledge? Because it's just guessing.
We're starting off with our points this week.
All right.
Somehow,
Talk to me.
Josh, our guest, who was on for Game Week 1, is leading. They always finish third.
No, this year, I'm not gonna lie to you, this year the guests are gonna win, and I'm gonna make sure we win. I'm gonna add to our points.
That's big talk, mate.
I'm gonna add to the points.
That's big talk.
Guests are gonna win this year.
We're leveling it up this year, so they could be very spot on. We're not gonna have Niko on like last time, and he predicted like 6-0 to Norwich. Sharky, look, it's good to have you on, but Niko, we're gonna get you on again this year, and I want some serious predictions because the guests are gonna win.
Not if we have Niko, I'm not gonna lie.
His ball knowledge stinks, no.
Yeah, oh, it's terrible, absolutely terrible. He's a troll. That's all he is. He's a troll.
I'll let you set the like target though.
15,000 likes.
If we can smash 15k likes, then we'll get Niko on.
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah. You know what? Okay,
we'll shake on that.
We'll shake on it. I'll make sure Niko comes on.
We're going to kick things off with Aston Villa versus Everton, the early match on Saturday. Aston Villa lost to Bournemouth on the opening day.
They did. Bournemouth at home that game.
Yeah, they were.
See, that's what it is though.
Yeah.
When newly promoted teams are at home on the first day, you gotta back them.
Gerrard is starting to have a bit of a bad form. He's only won 2 of the last 12 Premier League matches. And there's that statistic that Valencia's Gary Neville had a better record than Gerrard at Villa.
That's bad.
That's more than bad. You know, people saw that as like one of the worst football managerial moments ever. It'll be positive because Villa are unbeaten against the Toffees 6 games in a row.
I have to change my prediction.
Everton have been haunted with injuries as well. DCL, Godfrey.
Oh, poor Godfrey, man. First game of the season.
Not nice. And Yerry Mina, so 2 defensive injuries from the first week.
It's Gerrard versus Lampard.
Yeah, that's
so
big.
Automatically, there's you want to watch it.
Everton made a couple of new signings since we last did Game Week predictions.
Yes.
Connor Cody and Andre Onana. On one hand, I think maybe they could bring a new level of quality to the side, but will it happen instantly with their injuries? This is where the Villa bad run ends. They're going to win 1-0. It's going to be Leon Bailey who scores a header.
I've got Bailey in my FPL.
I do as well.
Yes.
This is positivity. This is why. Like, we need it. It's going to be 1-0. It's going to be super
1-0
tight.
Villa, you said?
1-0 Villa, yeah.
I've got 1-1.
Very likely.
Well, you did say it's going to be super tight. It's similar. I've got 1-1. I think it'll be a tight game. It'll be well contested. Do you reckon they'll start Connor Cody straight away?
Well, they only lost
and stuff like that.
I think they will. They need to with the injuries, and they only lost 1-0 to Chelsea. It was a very close game. Let's go over to Thogdad and see if he's gone different from us. But he's usually boring, so he'll go for the same.
Coutinho, Ollie Watkins. I think there'll be a goal from somewhere. Everton rattled by injuries. I think it's going to be a dull game, a close game. Villa 1, Everton 0.
You know what game we have to do next, right?
What?
Arsenal versus Leicester. Big game. First game at home. Season. I'll be there.
You're going?
Yeah, I'll be there. Leicester they're not looking scary this year. They haven't signed anyone.
They've not signed a single player, and they drew 2-2 to Brentford after being 2-0 up. Of their last 7 draws, 6 they had led. Think about that.
Yeah.
So that's 12 points dropped.
Yeah.
Clearly, there's a problem with Brendan Rodgers' side. They haven't signed new players. They keep bottling when they're leading. Where do they go from here? Surely, you don't even have to worry about Leicester leading in this game because Arsenal are looking strong. 2-0 result against Palace. Martinelli's on fire. Will he score again?
I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. What else for us?
Saliba, the Marseille legend, he's coming straight into the team.
My God.
Look at him.
Look
We
at
need to zoom in on his face.
that.
This is how much Arsenal fans are getting. Maybe it's false positivity because we're not really being tested yet.
Listen, I'm predicting like a comfortable win this game, right? We're at home. First game of the season in front of our home fans. Jesus' home debut, Zinchenko's home debut, you know, Saliba's home debut.
And they've linked well in pre-season, so it doesn't even feel like you're risking it too much.
Exactly.
They played well together.
I'll tell you my prediction now. I've gone for a 3-0 win.
Whoa.
I've gone for a 3-0 win.
Okay, I've gone 2-0 Arsenal.
It's close enough. Like I just think we're too strong for them. The first goal is actually gonna be a well-worked team goal. Starting all the way from Ramsdale.
Like all players ticked off.
All the way from Ramsdale. It's gonna go through our right side of the pitch.
Okay.
So Ramsdale will roll it out to Partey will come short. Partey will drop it into Saliba. Saliba pass wide to Ben White. Ben White then goes down the line to Saka, who does a 1-2 with Odegaard. Back to Saka down the line. Saka will run down the line, put it across. Gabby Jesus, top bins, 1-0. Easy. Second goal, corner, Saka takes it. Gabriel Magalhaes scores. Both Gabbies have scored now. Later on into the game, Eddie Nketiah will get subbed on.
And will he do this?
I'll tell you now, because the signal's been good in the Emirates recently. The signal's been better.
Has it? Yeah.
The signal's been good because recently Jesus and Nketiah have been calling each other and the signal's been pretty good. So now what's going to happen is Jesus is going to come off Nketiah. We're 2-0 up, we're comfortable. Later on in the game, someone will put it across the box, maybe Martinelli or something like that.
Yeah.
Nketiah will get in front of the keeper, flick it in. pick up the phone, call Jesus, call the Premier League and say, we're coming.
I said 2-0. I'm going for goals for Jesus and Martinelli. But Shocky, do you know what we need to do now?
What?
We need to send it to Thogdad.
Oh, yes.
Dewsbury Hall is playing really well at the moment. You got Vardy and the superb Maddison. This could easily be a 2-all draw, but I'm going with home advantage. Arsenal 2, Leicester 1.
Let's get down to the south coast for Brighton versus Newcastle. I'm excited for this match. Both teams won on the opening day.
Brighton had a big win.
How did they do it?
Away at Old Trafford. You know,
How do you do
I
that?
knew that was going to happen.
How?
I just knew it, man. Like, I remember like a few years ago, was it early? I don't know if it was the first game of the season, but it was really early in the season where Brighton beat United, I think it was. Glenn Murray was there. Those times I remember, and I was like,
Glenn Murray.
yeah.
Back in the day.
So I wasn't surprised, you know. United aren't great, but regardless, it was a big result. They went away.
Yeah,
Old
Brighton
Trafford, Ten Hag's first game.
I think Brighton were 4th in the Premier League on away record last season.
Way better away than home.
But can they do it at the Amex? You're not going to find it easy there against the Geordies, who created a banner at last game, and it really sums it up. They said, a new dawn, a new day, a new life. And that's what it feels like.
And
Loads of money's coming.
Feeling good.
When's the song coming out, bro?
Michael Bublé, man.
And St. Maximan even dropped a Rolex to a fan. You know, it's a different world out there now. I'm telling you. I don't think they'll win because there's a fact that Brighton have never lost to Newcastle at home in a Premier League fixture. So will it happen now? Give us your prediction.
My prediction
Yeah.
was 1-0 Brighton.
Wow.
Yeah.
Confident.
1-0.
So what makes you
I don't
think
know
the
about
Geordies,
confident. I don't know about confident, but that's my prediction.
I like it. I
Like-
mean, if they can beat United away, they can beat Newcastle at home. It's their
Yeah.
mentality.
But the thing is, the only thing I'm worried about is putting Newcastle to not score.
We've got a celebrating Brighton fan behind the camera here. Joshua is in the room.
Maybe that's why I said it. Maybe. It's
He's trying to be
pressure.
nice, isn't he?
Yeah, the pressure.
Fair,
No, but
fair.
I
I rate
back
it.
Brighton. I like Brighton. Everyone knows I like Brighton. I have a shirt somewhere right behind me there.
It's going to be 1-1 because of Callum Wilson. You forgot how.
I hope so. I got
you
my
forgot
feeling.
how lethal that guy is. Did you see his finish against Forest? It was
So
ridiculous. It was
good,
like a
so good.
flick
So
chip.
good, yeah.
Dean Henderson just had to watch it over. I asked Ben Foster about it. He was like, yeah, it's just a great shot. He's going to bag. There's only one thing we have to do now, Sharky.
Let's find out what Thogdad thinks.
Saicedo, Welbeck, these players all had magnificent games, and they're up against a Newcastle team who destroyed Nottingham Forest. These are two teams who can push for Europe. Very little between them. I'm going to sit on the fence, 1-1.
Next up, we've got the Premier League champions against newly promoted Bournemouth.
And I'm buzzing because both these two teams won 2-0 on the opening day. And
They
the
did.
Cherries surprised me. They look good. At home, I think they could potentially stay up. You know, they've got a small pitch. The atmosphere builds. People aren't used to it. Maybe they'll stay up. I don't know.
Maybe, but they're going away now.
Yeah. To
Yeah,
City.
Scott Parker, do you reckon he can do it? Or do you think Haaland will just get a couple goals? FPL, if you've got him in your team, make him captain, triple captain, maybe if you want so early in the season. Because Haaland will score 2 at least. Haaland
game.
against what? Lloyd Kelly.
Bournemouth can save themselves a little bit of praise. The last 2 times they went to the Etihad, it was only 2-1. The last 2 times. And the same thing expected. The odds were saying 4-0, 5-0. Who says that won't happen again?
So what's your prediction?
5-0.
Oh, you said everything you just said.
I'm trying to give them a chance.
Everything you just said.
Yeah, but that's football. That's football. We got to look at both
I've
sides.
given them a chance. I said 4-1. I think they'll score.
Oh, that's really kind of you. A 4-1
I
battering.
think they'll score. You
Yeah.
said 5-0.
Comment down below how many is Haaland scoring, and is in the FPL team.
2. He's scoring 2.
Dog Dad, let us know.
This could be difficult for Bournemouth. That Manchester City team is absolutely incredible. If they get an early goal or 2, this could be an absolute crapshoot. I'm going for Man City 3, Bournemouth 0, and that's generous.
Let's go to the South Coast again for Southampton against Leeds United, and those Yorkshiremen surprised me with how good they were on the opening day to beat Wolves and
Are
get
the
the 3
Yorkshire now or
points.
the American?
Ooh, Jesse Marsh at the helm. You could even say
Aronson.
Salzburg. Brendan Aronson at the back post. To have that understanding with Patrick Bamford already just shows they've had a serious pre-season. And Marsh isn't here for a piss about. He is going to keep that team up. Even though I predicted them to get relegated, I already think I made a mistake.
I like the Man City player. They got Romeo Lavia.
Yeah.
Very good midfielder.
Bazunu.
And Gavin
goalkeeper.
Bazunu as well. Good
Yeah.
goalkeeper. They do have a chance. When you have Ward Prowse, you have a chance. But I just think Leeds will just nick it.
Seriously?
Away from home. I put 1-0 Leeds.
That's big. You've only gone for 1 goal. I've
One
gone
goal.
for 4. I think this will just open up. Both teams need to go for it. Southampton know Leeds at home is an absolute must-win fixture if they want to stay up in the Premier League.
Of course.
But Leeds will be like, you know what, we just beat Wolves, now we're going to go and do it against the Saints who got battered. So this will open up a 2-2 draw for me, and it's going to be a late limbs from Southampton. The home team, they're going to score late. Leeds have thought they got this game in the bag, they'll be 2-1 up, and somehow it just scrapping around the box, and it goes into a draw.
I mean, that sounds nice.
How nice does Bogdad's prediction sound?
Do you know what? Southampton, not impressive recently. I think this could be an away win. I'm going Southampton 1, Leeds United 2.
Okay, so next up we have Wolves versus Fulham,
Oh,
and
wow.
they just keep getting tougher and tougher.
They do, because Wolves lost Connor Cody. Their club captain's gone.
Yeah, but he was on the bench last week, wasn't he? And they lost.
Yeah, but he was on the bench because I think he was on the transfer request.
Yeah.
Like, he wanted to go because he kept it all together. And losing to Leeds is not a good result. And they're back at home to Fulham. This is an absolute must-win.
And Fulham had a great performance against Liverpool.
No, if Wolves don't want to be around the relegation zone, they have to take 3 points in this fixture. They
yeah.
cannot go and not take it at Fulham at home.
It will be a big statement though if Fulham get a result here.
Absolutely. And they drew to Liverpool.
They drew to Liverpool. If they get 3 points at Wolves away from home, it is a big statement for Marcus Silva's man.
And Mitrovic is just so good. How do you stop him? What does Nathan Collins do to stop the Serb? Like, I'm serious.
I don't know though.
Max
Because think about him,
Kilman. Sorry,
he's
mate,
looking
but-
good this year. Like obviously he was only one game, but he's slimmed down.
Yeah.
You know, he looks slimmer. His hold up play is
dynamic.
good. He looks a lot more dynamic. Like the game against the Liverpool, you see there's a point where he had the ball, he was all alone, and did like a Cruyff turn, waited for his teammates to come back.
I thought it was unreal.
And then you had like a Cabano guy was really good. Decadova Reed was really good.
I just can't see Wolverhampton Wanderers not beating Fulham. They can't accept it. If it happens, the season's going to be the longest year ever. So I'm going Wolves 2, Fulham 1.
Ooh.
And I think Raul Jimenez, Pedro Neto and Podence are all going to link up together. And
Pedro Neto, I'm predicting big things for. That makes sense, that prediction. Wolves are at home, but I think they'll drop off this year. I've gone for a 1-1 draw.
good prediction, mate. Good
I
prediction.
went for 1-1 draw. I just think, you know what, Mitrovic, this year is his year.
Well, Wolves signed Gonzalo Guedes, a winger for like 27 million. So showing some intent and options there. It's a whole team of Portuguese
Another Portuguese
now.
player, it's mad.
Portuguese is all over the gap.
Yeah, when Arsenal turned Brazilian, Wolves are Portuguese.
And Thogdad is English, and we need a score.
Wolves have got a really tight defence. They don't score many, they don't concede many. But you've got Podence and Neto and Hwang Hee-chan all looking good at the moment. I think this is going to be a home win. Wolves 1-0.
Sharky, it's time for the big one.
Big one.
It could go any way. We're going to West London for Brentford versus United. What's your thoughts? Your initial, you've heard the two teams together. What are you thinking?
What you should be thinking is easy Man United win. When you hear the teams, you hear the names, you know what they're like, the history, you think, oh, Standard United away win. But that's not the case.
That first result was a disgrace to every United fan out there to lose to Brighton at home on the opening day. They usually batter the teams on the opening day. They show intent. Ten Hag did not adapt to his tactics. He had one way of playing and he stuck to it. And he even said in the dressing room after,
Were you in the dressing room?
oh, mate,
You in there?
I was in there, mate. He said that he was surprised Brighton changed up their game. You've got to be able to adapt. So if Brentford change up their game, what's going to happen? Are they going to win? Damsgaard's just come in, good player, smashed England in the Euros, and it's the return of Eriksen. I didn't want him to go. I wanted him to stay at Brentford. What's your thoughts?
It's Man United.
He was chilling. He was making that club.
Yeah, Brentford gave you the chance. Brentford gave him the chance. Obviously, it's the whole Danish connection as well. Brentford,
Yeah.
manager's Danish, a lot of the staff are Danish.
They are, yeah.
So they gave him the chance, which is great, and I think he's eternally grateful for that. And I think he repaid it by improving their form.
He definitely improved their form.
He made them better. But I just think like when United come knocking, even though like we know they're not the same United, it's like he hasn't got long left in his career. You got to take that move.
Okay, before we say a score, Ronaldo in or out? I don't know what's going on between him and Ten Hag. It just seems like it's all kicking off.
I think game to game, I think they're obviously better with him on the pitch, like in a game, in a specific game, because he can always score whenever he wants to score. But I think in general, overall, the whole season or whatever, I just think you're better off not having Ronaldo in that team.
I think they should start Ronaldo. People didn't expect I'd say that. His link up with Eriksen when he came on at the end of the game at Brighton was the only bit of hope they had. Start them both, and I think United will win this 2-1.
They should. I mean, listen, it's United. They should win it. Away from home, Brentford, they should win it. And I think-
However, they
Yeah.
come into game favourites more than ever of the last season, and they were the team that most lost or drew when they were favourites away from home. So
I'm not surprised.
the
I'm not
bookies
surprised.
overhyped.
At this point, why are they still favourites for games? I've actually got another bad result for United. I've got a 2-1 Brentford win.
I can't believe we're sitting here today and I'm not reacting more to a Brentford win against Man United. Look, I love your prediction and I think it's out there and I think it could happen.
I hope so.
Right, we're going to have to move it on or he's going to go crazy. Dog Dad, what are you going for?
Surely Manchester United will score goals, but I overestimate them every single week. So you know what? I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I think this could be an absolute classic.
Let's go over to the East Midlands for Nottingham Forest versus West Ham. The first Premier League match at the City Ground since 1999, mate.
Oh my God, were you even alive?
No.
Oh my God.
Were you alive?
Yes, I was. I'm an old man. I generally think West Ham this year will have a massive drop-off. I like Forest. I watched their journey last season in the Championship.
And by the way, Steve Cooper's a great manager. No matter who they've brought in, you know you've got someone who's going to create a great atmosphere within the dressing room.
Exactly.
By the way, Forest fans are crazy. They will create such an insane atmosphere within that stadium.
Exactly.
Like, I was there for a cup game against Leicester, random in the middle of the season. Mate, it was lively.
That's why I think, let me check what I've got. I've got a 1-0 Forest win.
Wow.
Because it's the whole thing of like, it's their first home game and the fans will all show up.
Give me a scenario. What's the goal going to be like?
I don't even think it'll be anything special. I think
Will it be Awinoi up top?
I just
Brendan?
think I like him, but the thing is, I don't think it'll be anything special. I just think it'll be like a set piece header. Forest team will play really well. West Ham just can't break him down, and then they'll just get like a scrappy set piece goal, and the fans will be buzzing.
Forest have lost all of the last 7 league games played on a Sunday.
Oh come on! What kind of stat is that? What kind of fact is that?
That's all I'm saying. That's like when people say Salah doesn't score in game week 2. Forest atmosphere will be the 12th man. West Ham are a solid team, and they will grind out their first point of the season after a tough opening fixture to Man City. But let's go over to Mr. Old Man. I'm not talking Sharky Old Man.
Nice.
Even older than you.
Wow.
There's
someone older than me?
Yeah, do you know who's older than you?
Who?
Thogden.
Oh yeah, he is.
Let's get over to him.
You know what? I'm going to go for the away team here. West Ham United, they've got that Premier League experience. I think it's going to be Forest 0, West Ham 1. I don't think it'll be a classic.
All right, so moving on to the big one.
Yeah.
My 2 favourite teams in the Premier League.
Oh, you love them, yeah.
Chelsea and Spurs.
Ooh.
At the Bridge.
And it's a weird one because both teams, I feel like, haven't faced each other. They've both got new squads. Chelsea have sold off Rudiger, they've still got a 9 issue. Tottenham have a million different players like Richarlison, Kulusevski, Kane, Son. They've now got Perisic, Sessegnon smashing it this season. Perisic haven't even played. They've got so many options. This is a new Tottenham Hotspur. How will they compete against the top 6?
I think it'll be very close. I think this one will be like a back and forth game. I think there'll be quite a few goals in this game. You strike first, we retaliate.
Come back, yeah.
Yeah, it's 1-0 game. So I just think it'll be close. I don't want either of them to win, so because of that, I just put a draw.
2-2, I guess.
Yeah, 2-2.
I like that.
I went for 2-2.
I think it's a really likely score because you've got players like Kulusevski on fire right now. They will create for Tottenham.
He's on fire.
But Chelsea, Raheem Sterling will go into that game with a fire in his belly.
Yep.
Cameras are on him. It's his first proper chance to show Chelsea what he can do. I'm expecting a draw as well. I think less goals. I'm going for 1-1.
Okay.
I nearly went for 2-2. I want to watch them both face each other before I start predicting a team to fully win. It's really tough. But Thogdad, will it be 3 draws predicted? Will you go different?
And Kulusevski, that could be the attacking 3 of the season. And I was really impressed with Emerson Royal and with Sessegnon. And I'm going to go for a surprise here. Chelsea 1, Tottenham Hotspur 2. I think Spurs will score twice. Could easily be a 2-2 draw. But I reckon Spurs are going to do it.
The final match of these Premier League predictions, definitely not least though. It's Liverpool against Crystal Palace. The first game, Darwin Núñez will be there to grace the Anfield atmosphere, but will he score?
Oh, will he score? Good question. I mean, he's going to hear You'll Never Walk Alone for the first time. He might get goosebumps.
And maybe he'll replace the goals
You know?
Mo Salah doesn't score in Game Week 2.
What is this whole Game Week 2 thing?
He's never scored in Game Week 2.
Okay, I might have to take him off my captaincy then. He's never scored in Game Week 2.
Patrick Vieira needs to figure out a way to go different than the Arsenal game. So apart from that Eze chance where he was straight through.
Nah, we were just too good.
What do you got Liverpool though this season? Because the 2-2 draw against Fulham wasn't the most
That's the
inspiring
thing.
result.
They struck like Fulham were the better team for most of that game. They were the better team. Fulham should have won.
Big
Liverpool
thing.
at home are just too good.
They get momentum.
They're just way
They've got
too
to
good.
win this game.
I don't see anything other than a Liverpool win here.
Yeah, because if they bottled this result to Palace, if they've dropped 2 games in a row to Fulham and Palace, Premier League title race is already over.
It's a long.
It's done.
Yeah,
City will probably smash Bournemouth.
And then we beat Leicester, so then we're going to win the league.
Oh my God, Arsenal are going to win the league.
I've gone for 2-0 Liverpool.
They need Elise back, man. He's a baller. I think this was going to be a breakthrough season. So when he's back, Patrick Vieira, I know you're watching this because you're a big fan of SDS. I think you need to start Elise more regularly. But for the time being and the way the teams are playing, I'm going Liverpool 2, Palace 0.
Oh, 2-0.
We can't forget. Yeah, we're going
I
for
think
the
it's
same.
our first
time
result.
we agreed. And I'm basing it off the way they play the Community Shield. To go out there and smash City, Trent, I expect something from him. This game, the scenario will be all about Robertson and Trent. Pinging it in, Darwin Núñez gets on the end of one. Salah will not score. He's in my FPL. I tell you now, he won't score.
Wow.
It'll be about Darwin and Luis Diaz going the end of things.
I do think Darwin Núñez will score the home debut in front of the Liverpool fans, in front of the faithful.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
I think he'll score. The question is, will Thogdad score the right prediction?
Ooh.
You've got Diaz, you've got Núñez, you've got Salah up front. Surely there are goals there. I'm going to go for Liverpool 2, Crystal Palace 0.
10 games complete. Sharky, bro, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me on.
Please subscribe to SDS where he goes and gives his ball knowledge in all the sports topics. I even went on for a podcast.
Yeah,
I really
think we've
enjoyed
got
it.
a video out today.
Yeah. Ooh, little link. We both do. So
watch that after
you watch this, you can go watch him. If we get 15,000 likes, you know the deal. Sharky's coming on again. We're getting Niko on.
Yep.
But I want to hear your predictions in the comments. There's no point in doing Game Week 2 predictions without your opinions down there. Let me know. I'm going to be responding, liking comments. And that's it. Thank you for letting me come round, do the setup. I love the shirts in the background. Great setup.
Trying to stack up.
That's it. Have a good one. See you in a bit. Bye-bye.
See ya.